We will go over dynamic planet questions with the topic of glaciers, with specific focusing on glacial features. So the first question says, crevasses, deep fractures or cracks, form in glaciers because. If we read the answer choices, we would know that it's B. This question is just a definition question and you can easily answer it. The second question, if you fall into a crevasse, what is the maximum depth you're likely to fall? We know that crevasses only form in the top 50 meters of a glacier because this part of the ice is brittle and splits as the glacier moves, so the answer is D. What do ogives tell you about the velocity of ice on the side of a glacier and in the middle? So we know that the resulting train of ogives extending down a glacier can be used to estimate the ice velocity by measuring the peak-to-peak separation between adjacent waves. So basically, what do ogives tell you about the velocity of an ice on the side of a glacier and in the middle? The question is looking for an answer of basically in the center of the ogive, it's curved downwards, so there's faster velocity, and compared to the sides, which has slower velocity compared to the middle. So what is the difference between the two types of ogives? We know that there are two types of ogive, the wave ogive and the band ogive. So if we read the answers, we know that C and D are eliminated because grain ogives do not exist. There's no such term as grain ogives. So if we read A and B, we know A is the correct answer since that's the definition of wave ogives and band ogives. So A is the right answer. Variation in flow velocity within a single glacier can be shown by. This answer is D because if we see A, B, and C, all of these have something to do with the variation in how the glacier flows. For example, for A, crevasses form when the glacier shears or cracks, and ogives, we know that if we analyze the ogive bands, we can see that the glacier is flowing faster in the center compared to the sides. And icefall is a pretty obvious answer since icefall basically describes, think of it as like a waterfall but with ice and with more extreme speed, so it's D. Order the types of crevasses by when you would expect to encounter them as you descended a typical valley glacier. So we know that we should find the radial crevasse at the end and we should find the transverse crevasse at the relative in the beginning, so we can just directly eliminate A, B, and C, and the answer is D. How does the age of the glacial ice relate to ogive bands? If we read the answer choices, we would probably know it's A, since, for example, dark colors in the ogive is probably formed by the summer compared to the lighter ogive colors, which is formed in the winter. So the answer is A. What do the shape of ogives indicate about ice flow velocity? So A says ice flow velocity is constant throughout a transverse profile of a glacier. This is false. So the ogive, it's a downward fold shape, so we know that ice would flow faster in the center compared to the sides. So we would know the answer is C, since C says ice flows slower at glacial margin compared to the center, so the answer is C.